think we're gonna combine a couple of days. We got down to Fontana Dam, which you'll see shortly, and after that we needed to take a break to resupply, break in some new shoes, and basically just waiting on a good opportunity weather-wise to get into the Smokies. It's been a mix of good weather and really dangerous weather, so there wasn't a ton of filming, but a few things I can show you. And frankly, I just needed a little bit of a break from editing every night. So appreciate your patience, but hope you still enjoy the video, enjoy the content. We still got some good views for you. And next up, we'll be climbing our way into the Smoky Mountains. All right, y'all, it is 5:30 in the morning. We're all packed up and heading up the hill, moving towards Fontana Dam. We are officially out of food, which is great because it should be a light pack day. And we've only got 5.2 miles in, which is about a maybe 2.5 hour hike. So it should be a pretty easy roll in this morning. And then we're gonna get a big breakfast wherever we can once we're in town. Checking in again. Finally over the first hill. I think we're gonna have a stream coming up and then another small uptick, and then we'll be at the end of our elevation for the day already, which is great. I'm probably gonna pause and wait for Hangman at the top of the second hill. We're gonna finally have some signal. We need to figure out shuttles and hotels, and looking at our map, and it looks like a lot of the restaurants and stuff are going to be closed at Fontana Dam, so trying to figure out if there's a town nearby where we can actually get some real food instead of just gas station food. And so we got a lot to do at the top of this next hill once we get signal, because once we're down in the dam, our phones are out of commission. So, I mean, I think we'll have Wi-Fi, at a hotel, but the marina is closed and we won't be able to get Wi-Fi there. And there's no cell phone signal once you start going down the hill. But we're getting close, making good progress today. I doubt y'all can see this, but see some lights off in the distance there and then up top. And I'm wondering if one of those are the dam or if it's something else. And then you can, I don't think it's coming through, but you can kind of start to see the sunrise coming up over those mountains over there. So really looking forward to a beautiful sunrise this morning and getting some food in town and checking out Fontana Dam. I think that's the dam down below us. We're at the top of the final hill. Just got a several mile descent. Fortunately, over in this direction, we've got a thunderstorm a-brewing. We've been getting some big flashes of lightning, and I'm supposed to wait up here for Hangman, and we've got to, make our calls and schedule all our stuff and figure out if we're going to stay at the Fontana Hotel or go into a town. But depending on how that lightning storm's doing, I might just have to make a quick decision and figure it out later. But with no signal down below, it's going to be tough. So we'll see how the storm progresses. All right, Hangman finally made it, and he brought the thunderstorm with him. There's a few more people ahead of us that just passed by, but we're gonna have to race on down this mountain, try and make some phone calls along the way. So far, the dam hasn't been answering their reservation desk, so we have no shuttles and no place to sleep. But there's always the shelter on the other side of the dam, so we're gonna get dumped on and we're gonna do some hiking. Want to try and get some of the thunder on video if I can. Oh, that might be some thunder. Having medical issues enough to put me in the emergency room. Although the VA tried to kill me, still open them up. I'll come back. Oh yeah, it's rolling in, rolling in. Whew. Still raining, still wet. but we're having a great hike. We're working our way down the hill into the dam. Couldn't get a hold of the hotel or any shuttles, but we're thinking John Boy's shuttle from the hike in, if we can catch that, they can at least get us into the village and maybe we can throw them a few bucks. But I got the newly dubbed, what am I trying to say? Deadpool. Deadpool's his new name back here. And we're just looking forward to getting dry, getting warm, and getting some food. And hopefully we can find some restaurants or get a shuttle to a town. And if we can't do that, it's going to be honey buns until it's going to be honey buns from here on out until freaking the Smokies. But it's been a cool morning. Got the fog, got the sunrise, and we got the trail. So we're having a good time. Okay. Oh, shit.
24/7. General stores open 24/7.
Well, is this where the general store's at?
Restaurant on property.
All right, so no one picked up when we called at the various hilltops with signal. We've got no shuttle, and it's soaking wet. We never caught up to John Boy or the others, so we're not sure if they already got picked up or if they kept on. But we have two options. Option one, which I'm doing now, is hope that the marina's Wi-Fi works and we can call for a shuttle. Otherwise, we got another 2 to 3 miles to go to get past the Fontana Hilton and up to the parking lot where we'll have signal. And so, it could be a much longer morning hike than we anticipated. But hopefully we've got the Wi-Fi down here, we can make the call. All right, finally got a hold of the village. Shuttle is en route and will be warm and dry soon enough. And then we got another shuttle we can potentially use who will take us to another town to get food if we really want food. All good things. All right, just like that, we're on the shuttle heading to the village. It's warm, and I can't wait to get some food. I'm starving. All right, y'all, we made it. We're finally in town. Got our packs all exploded out. We're trying to figure out where we can cut weight and getting everything dried up. Doesn't look too bad so far. I think we're about to go get some food and figure out what to do from there. All right, y'all, I'm here with Wind Dancer, and we just did a huge resupply on bags and food, and probably the two most important things. Finally got a decent pair of shoes so I won't be rolling my ankle, and something y'all will be excited about, I finally have a tripod. So more
chocolate chip cookies from home.
And home-cooked chocolate chip cookies. It's gonna be an amazing trip into the Smokies. Thanks, y'all. All right, so I'm looking at a resupply. How many calories per chick do you think we get? Would that be enough protein? We're out here doing our laundry. Guy comes around the corner, says, y'all know the building's smoking something good, don't you? We're like, oh snap. So we run in to check our laundry, and of course washers are fine. But this guy had a load in the laundry, or the dryer, and it had caught fire in the dryer. So I'm gonna see if I can get some footage of it, but this guy seemed like he was ready to knife somebody if they caught him burning stuff in the dryer. So we'll see what we can do. But yep, laundry building almost burnt down. It looks like the smoke stopped coming out of the vent. I don't know if y'all can see all the smoke in here, but I just left a pile of burnt stuff on the ground. All right, the hard factors of trail life. Sometimes they don't have soap, but at least we got some liquid fabric softener, which will hopefully work. We're still trying to figure out what happened, but the fire department's here. They hosed it down with the extinguisher. Got some fans running to get the smoke out. Looked like it was this weird cloth bag full of some sort of like all these little squares of some sort of foamy, styrofoamy something or another. And it must have been in the dryer 2 minutes before it caught fire and smoke came pouring out of the building. And that guy tried to dump it in the trash, but as soon as people started showing up, he got in his car and he tore off. Like a bat out of hell. So anyways, he didn't want to get in trouble for whatever he was doing, and hopefully we'll be able to get in and dry our laundry soon, but they're working on it, and that place is full of smoke. Okay, so I think it's time for a Smokies update. Mom, I love you, but you might want to skip this section or at least wait till you see YouTube videos popping up from the other side of the Smokies. For everyone else, the update is simple. We're fucked. Well, not completely. Weather was looking pretty good as we approached, and everyone, including the hostel owners, were predicting a smooth sail through the Smokies. Looked like we were going to get hit with a really good patch of weather for 5 or 6 days. And then as of yesterday morning, the weather has been changing drastically every couple of hours. Where we were looking at highs of 60, 65, and lows of maybe 40, 45, couple days in the upper 30s, we are now looking at highs of anywhere from 45 to maybe 55 and lows as low as 18 to 20 degrees. We are checking this morning and it looks like there's going to be some rain. There's going to be some freezing rain. There's going to be some sleet. There's going to be some snow. And there's going to be plenty of ice. Most of that we're actually not too concerned about, but the rain is probably the scariest thing. That's the type of thing that'll really suck the heat out of you. And if you get wet during the day and you don't have something warm at night, that can be dangerous. Well, not can be, that would be dangerous. And the other thing is just, if you're wet and then it drops to 20 degrees overnight, everything that you wear when you hike is now frozen. Your rain jacket's frozen, your pants are frozen, your shoes, your socks are frozen. And then you're stuck taking your dry clothes for camp and potentially hiking in those or walking around like an ice block. So it's going to be an interesting trek into the Smokies. It's looking like the first 3 days, well, it's going to be cold, is mostly okay. So we're going to definitely start tomorrow. We should be hitting the trail around 8:30. We got a shuttle picking us up at 7:30. And we're just hoping to dodge the morning rain, hike throughout the day, get our first 13 miles up to Molly's Ridge done, get the initial climb to the Smokies done. And then over the first 3 to 4 days, we just want to beeline it to the midpoint where we can get picked up and go into either Cherokee or Gatlinburg, and from there reassess the weather and see what it's going to take to complete the second half. Most of the wet stuff, like the rain, we are seeing in the latter 3 days of our 6-day hike. So I think the key is get to Gatlinburg, make sure we're safe and that we have an out, reassess the weather, and if we have to hunker down for a couple days and wait for something safer, we will. Otherwise, we'll blast through the remaining 3, maybe 4 days and get to the other side of the Smokies. But it's going to be cold, it's going to be frozen, and there's a good chance it's going to be wet. So we're just trying to be safe. We came into Robbinsville. That's where we're at. We came into Robbinsville before hitting the Smokies to wait out another day on the weather just to make sure at least our approach isn't too risky. We don't want to get soaked on the first day getting up there, but it's time to do the big climb. It's time to hit another major milestone. We'll cross the 200-mile marker. We've got some great fire towers, and I mean, it's the Smokies. How could you not be excited? It should be a beautiful hike. It should be beautiful views, but we're going to have to earn it. We're going to have to earn it in elevation. We're going to have to earn it in miles, and we're going to have to earn it in weather. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope the weather holds out, and hopefully we don't become the second and third person being helicoptered out of the Smokies this year. But we're excited. Hangman's over here packing up his food. I'm getting charged up. I'm almost packed up. But we're looking forward to a good day tomorrow. Let's have a great hike. All right, y'all. I'm sitting here with my gear almost packed up. And Wind Dancer today, I think, finally gave me a trail name that might stick. But we actually have 2 choices, and I think they're both awesome. The first one is Barefoot, because I've been hiking barefoot. And the second one is Flat Tire, because my shoes wore out and I ended up hiking barefoot. Like, I got a flat tire on trail. So I think they're both great. I've had, 6 or 7 names. I had Toys R Us, Timaeus, I had Tomatoes, Tinnitus, and then somebody at one point was like, well, if every trail family gives you a different name, you're split personality. But I think either Barefoot or Flat Tire is going to stick. They're both great, but I think I want to get the chat involved. Let me know what your favorite trail name is, and I think that's the one we'll take for the rest of the trail. So hop in the chat, let me know your thoughts, and let's make it happen.